a bioweapon and have the guy captured and have him confess to it, and they'll use, 20 million dead from some horrible mousepox as the thing of it was the gun owners that did it. I mean, folks, you got to understand, they're confident for a reason. They got nasty stuff up their sleeve. And it's not our military. It's a foreign global technocracy. That's what they call it themselves. A technotronic technocracy of scientific masterminds programming the U.S. military and government. Programming us for self-destruction, shutting everything down, dumbing down the family, injecting our troops with cancer virus shots. I mean, it's just... It's total war. The U.S. is under attack. This is a foreign New World Order takeover, what you're seeing. People say, well, why are you still alive? Because they don't want to kill me, because then that would add credibility to what I've done. They don't want to martyr me yet. Okay? And I'm not looking to die. I don't want to die. But, I mean, you know what? I'm not worried about it, folks, because I know how real this is. I want to beat these people. Man, I want the good guys to win. I've studied this so I know how they work so we can beat them. And, I've talked to generals and people, retired generals, famous ones, current people, and you talk to them and they go, wow, how do you know this? I never thought of that. They're not even that. It's not that they're not smart. They've never been uncompartmentalized. And I don't know. I can't believe I know more than most people. Even in the government, I'm not that special, folks. It's not a good feeling to know more than almost anybody else. I mean, I know what the globalists at the top know, but I'm not with them. I've reverse engineered their whole program, and I've confirmed my analysis through their actions, and I'm just like, oh, my God. Oh, my God, we've got to warn people. Please, God, heal this country. I mean, I pray hard, ladies and gentlemen. I pray hard. I mean, this is the calm before the storm, as crazy as things are. Okay, let's go to Andre in Florida. Then we'll go to Michael. No, Michael's first. Michael is a former Marine on the Dorner subject. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, hi. When I first heard about this whole thing, the first thing I thought about was Gordon Call and Ruby Ridge and Waco, Texas.
Yeah, they burned out Gordon Call, Ruby Ridge, Waco, all of them, yeah.
So that was the first thing I thought of. The second thing I thought of was that I had to talk to you because, see, I'm a Roman Catholic layman who is an exorcist. And I've used exorcism against, since 1990, senators and representatives, and the 30 or so that I called and specifically said, you're going to fight for God or you're going to lose your next election because I'm going to do exorcisms on you until you break. I told the staffs that. And none of them chose to call me back, whether they were Democrat, Republican, conservative, liberal, whatever, Catholic, non-Catholic. And I did... and they all lost their next election, period. I can prove this anytime.
Wow. Now, well, send me a letter. It's very interesting. I know this is a psych warfare thing. These people, most of them are occultists. If you do tell them you're doing rituals against them, it'll freak them out. See, they're all just used to people bowing down and laying down. They're not used to people standing up, folks. They need your mind. Look, if we don't get a healthy mistrust of government now and get back to the Bill of Rights Constitution, which is designed to protect us to a certain extent, it's over. It's like going down in a submarine 10,000 feet and opening a portal. I mean, we don't want to open the portal. There's already water spraying in, and the government's like, open it all the way. It's going to be nice. And I'm saying, no, it's not. That last fellow I was going to talk to hung up. But let's go to callers quickly. Carl in Oregon, you're on the air. Thanks for holding. You're a trooper.
Hello, Alex. Good to talk to you again. I have a friend in the fire department who works closely with the San Bernardino County Sheriff, and this is called Operation Torch Bad Guy. That's what this whole operation's about.
Well, I mean, we got like 4 different tapes of them saying we're going to burn him down and kill him. We're going to burn down the house. People are like, they don't mean burn down the house. CNN's like, burn down the house is code for ice cream cones. So what did your source tell you?
They don't want this individual to be able to get his story out, don't want him to be some type of a folk hero, be able to write a book, and be able to expose anything that could perhaps bring down their credibility.
Well, of course, so they burned him up.
Exactly. Yeah, my friends worked with him for years, and that's just normal protocol. When you have a situation like that, a cop killer that's out there taking out one of their own, all bets are off.
I wish the police would act like this when citizens got killed.
Oh, yes, but there's, it's a brotherhood. got to understand their mentality. It's a brotherhood among each other. It's a camaraderie that they, if somebody goes rogue in their system, they're going to have to cover this up immediately so that way nothing can go sideways on them.
No, but they're so arrogant now with the cover-ups that they're all on the radio saying we're going to burn it up and kill him. And now they're going, oh, burn down the house is code for something else. They're actually saying that.
Oh, yeah. What they did is they sent a flare. It's called, it's called flaring the house. And then they cordoned him off, and then they took him out. Or unless he shot himself. I don't know.
Yeah, they told the news, cut the feed, and I said, oh, looks like they're going to burn him up. And they burn him up, and people are like, well, you've got 4 tapes of them saying they were going to burn him up and burn down the house. But that means something different, conspiracy theorist. It's like if you saw an elephant in your living room, that's not an elephant, that's a gray mouse. And you're like, well, it's gigantic. You're not a crazy person, are you? Good to hear from you, Carl. Chris in Missouri, you're on the air. Go ahead. Military, your take on this.
My take on this is actually pretty simple. I served overseas and in both theaters, and I've thrown flashbangs and all types of shit in all types of rooms. And I'm an active duty armed service member, and I'm actually in a combat MOS, which means I don't clean laundry or work in a supply room or anything like that. I go outside the wire and I actively look for roadside bombs. That's what we do. And in doing this, a lot of times we actually raid homes, and we'll throw flashbangs in. I've thrown flashbangs in rooms full of HME, homemade explosives, and nothing's happened. People hit the deck, they drop, they cover their heads, and that stuff's pretty unstable. So I don't see how you could throw a flashbang in a room and cause rounds to cook off, and it's actually...
obviously. They're like, oh, the flashbang has the rounds cooking off. Well, okay, it's on tape. We said burn the mother effer down, but that doesn't mean burn the mother effing house down. Doesn't mean burn the house down now.
Yeah, I understand completely, and I wanted to touch on something else, too. You was talking about a lot of the urban warfare that's going on, or the training that goes on in the mount training, which is really a big part of what we do.
Combat in urban terrain. Yes, so you're training to fight the American people?
I'm not going to say that, but what I will say is in the beginning when I joined in 2005, when we went to our mount sites, that's our training sites, they were mock parts of the cities, like mock parts of Tikrit or Baghdad or Kirkuk. And that was in the beginning. And when you raided a building, you walked into a building that pretty much looked like a mud hut, but gray because it was built from cinder blocks because they want to be cost efficient. Well, now a lot of our training areas you go to, it looks like downtown USA.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're compartmentalized. At the higher levels, it's declassified. It's for the American people. Visit Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. When you're on the sites, you can also tune in 24 hours a day to my daily radio broadcast. There's also a free iPhone app to listen to the syndicated radio show when and where you want.